In her article, Janine Bennett says that sport in American society constitutes for the fan a quasi-religion. For the American fan, then, sport has achieved the stature not wholly unlike that enjoyed by the traditional religions.
I don't consider myself a religious person, although I consider myself a spiritual person.
Yeah, okay.
And religion is all about traditions and interpretation and rituals, like you say. Yeah, why? Baseball's a lot like that.
I think people find a certain comfort in knowing there's other people out there who believe how you believe, who have the same mindset as you. And you know, it's a comforting feeling to know there's something out there that's bigger than you. You know, it kind of keeps you humble, keeps you in check.
Is there any similarities that you find, like being like religious and Catholic and all your traditions and rituals? Is there anything like in common with baseball and like what kind of fan you are, you think?
Definitely, yeah. It definitely all ties in. It all accumulates kind of, those are two major parts of who I am, being Catholic and being a Dodger fan. And they kind of coincide and work in a positive way to allow me to be the person that I am today, having personal standards, morals. So they tie in really well. So.
Everyone in society faces problems, therefore we feel a need to escape in order to keep our sanity. For many people, sports is viewed as an outlet to get away. According to the book, Sports, the All-American Addiction, people invest their efforts and emotions in sports stars and teams rather than improving their own lives. Fans want instant gratification, and through baseball they can achieve that. This is because the rules of baseball are simple and concrete. Unlike life where we live in a grayscale, with baseball we deal with small issues, like a bad call or a loss, and then get past it. Basically, baseball is a form of entertainment which relaxes us and breaks us away from the major difficulties of life.
Compass.
A compass, but I'm thinking that's, you know, the 2.5 hours where you may sit and watch the game kind of makes you forget the other stuff that's going on. So, you know, whether it's the war, the economy, or even whatever own troubles you have in your own little world, when you sit down to watch a game, you kind of put those away.
I know that I can go put on the TV and put on like SportsCenter and not have to worry about what's going on. And, you know, like people go to the movies to escape reality.
Right.
You know, people put on music or headphones and they just zone out. You could totally just zone out watching a baseball game, and you know, whatever problems that you're going through at that time just seem like nothing.
I think people need something to cheer about. You know, people need to be a part of something that's bigger than them.
It's all about life balance, and you have to take time out of those intense times. You have to step away from work and the social issues and the politics and all of that. You just have to step away from it. In order to be good at anything, you need to have a balance in your life.
By calling yourself a Dodgers fan, there's a built-in set of companions, idols, schedules, and rules that you know and follow. With all the history and personality that is associated with the Dodgers and Dodgers fans, it is comforting to identify oneself within that genre. A quote by Jim Young in his article, Sports Fanatics, Incurable but Not Alone, says the joy we feel on occasions like this is not a celebration of others' good fortune, but a celebration of our own. And when there is a disastrous defeat, the sorrow that engulfs us is in effect self-pity.
I think when you're a fan of a team, you're just attached to it. My moods are attached to what goes on and what happens, and when they win, I feel good, I feel happy.
Getting a car stolen, getting fired, getting dumped, I don't know. It's pretty rough sometimes, a tough loss. It'll drain, like ruin your day, for me anyway. I don't know, I mean, it's just like any other, something that will happen bad that'll ruin your day. Getting get an F on a test you thought you did good on, or I don't know, finding out the girl you like doesn't like you, Samantha.
Well, it kind of is a part of me. I consider it as a part of myself because it's been with me through, you know, times from me being an infant to now. You know, I'm almost an adult, and so I do consider it like part of my personality in a sense, because in terms of the passion that I have as a person, it reflects on the way that I, or the way that I perceive this baseball team. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any of the players, but with the way that they perform on the field and the integrity and passion that they show on the field, I feel like I can identify with that. So that's why I've always found time. And for a person that's, me being a person that's kind of not entirely sociable, and seeing him take charge, and it kind of motivates me a little. Being a Dodger fan definitely has played a role in me developing into the person that I am today.
Been going to the games since I was a kid, so finding time to go to the games, always checking scores, all that. I mean, it's a big part of my life. I really I like kind of being a part of something. Like I said, you kind of feel like you're on the team.
My parents and my grandparents were both Giant fans, and I think I just wanted to be different. So from a young age, I just became a Dodger fan. And
I like just the LA scene, or being part of an LA thing. And I think the Dodgers are part of that. And I don't know, a little bit of an identity. And for me, living in Orange County, it takes me a little bit away from Orange County, and I like that.
Like the Angels they're like California Angels, Anaheim Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Their uniforms changed like 5 different times. Like, you cannot connect to a team like that, you know? Like,
when Piazza and Mondesi left, Hollingsworth left, like as each of those players left, I kind of felt like, you know, I kind of felt really bummed out, like a part of me was leaving too. So
I don't know, I just think it's just in my blood, you know what I mean? There's really no other way to explain it, you know? I am a Dodger fan. It's a fact, you know? It's not an opinion, it's a fact. I am a Dodger fan. Done.
So why should we care that people are devoted to the Los Angeles Dodgers? What is so important about this cultural phenomenon that we have decided to invest our efforts into understanding their quirks and mannerisms? It is because, as one sports executive has explained, a fan is an individual who is very marketable. Dodger fans not only invest time and effort into the franchise, but monetary value as well. Fans will continue to purchase Dodger paraphernalia each season, despite already owning an extensive collection of merchandise. But as we have seen, it isn't the clothing that make the fan, but a culmination of social experiences that have shaped the individual into the devotee they have become, and will forever bleed Dodger blue.
I could say something to the Dodgers, but they'll never see this tape. But if they did, if they were to see the tape, I'd just say, I just tell them, I just kind of explain to them how they mean a lot to me and they mean a lot to the people of Los Angeles, but I'm sure that they already know that.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
Go Dodgers.
Thanks. Do you find white bread comforting?
White bread. You know, I like Milton's white bread. I think it's delicious.
Do you find white bread comforting?
White bread? No.
yeah, because when I was a kid, I used to eat like white bread, like Wonder Bread, and it was always like on the table. So like, if I do see white bread, it always brings me back to my childhood.
That's good.
It's comforting.
White bread. It's white bread's almost like dessert.
Do you find white bread comforting?
White bread. I like wheat bread. I'm a wheat bread guy.
From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day.